This is the standard variation from the winner of the Hooglandia Open this past weekend. Fires is one of the best things to be doing in standard. Who knew that cheating on mana in a big way could be good, huh? Unlike the Jeskai Fires variations that are utilizing Cavalier, this Fires variation is leaning on Yorion, the Sky Nomad here. So we've got our 4/5 companion, so we're playing our 80 card deck. Yorion, good value with blinking things like Omen of the Sea and Night of Autumn, and our Planeswalkers, and Elspeth Conquers Death. And yeah, just looking to slam bombs and draw some cards. Let's go ahead and dive on into some league matches here with this one and see how it goes. Where are we starting at? I forget where we're on the ladder. We're 758. Season ends in 3 days. Hopefully we get a little bit lucky with this deck list and spike a couple of wins, and we'll be able to sit on that. Kraken Null, thanks for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yes, some more news is good. That's a YouTube show. Opponent is ranked 73 and still playing. What a mad lad. So opponent's playing Obosh, which probably means they're an aggro deck, so I think I'm supposed to mulligan this. You know, I felt like I was forgetting something. Thanks to the stream title poke. They played a Kiki list this morning. We were, in fact, disappointed while playing Modern this morning. We did, in fact, get to experience sadness together on stream. It was a really unifying experience. I think I'm upticking this.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Was it state-based sadness or did it use the stack? Asking the real questions. Alright, so they get to kill my Teferi here, but he gains 5, right? And then I get to go land, shatter your sky. Yeah, distraction, Teferi engaged. Version of Yorion do I like the best so far? Well, I've played 3 turns with 1 version, so obviously I should give you a really strong opinion about it, right? Witches Oven actually incredibly good here for them. It's going to allow them to generate a lot of extra damage even after we shatter them. Might not be enough for us to recover here. So we're going to take 1 here, and then they'll bring it back, and we'll take another 1. And they'll attack us for 2 next turn with the Obosh. So we're going down to 8. Now, worth noting, Obosh doubles up damage dealt. It does not double up drain. So Cauldron's Familiar's enter battlefield trigger does not have its damage increased because it is life loss. It is not dealing damage. How did Modern go this morning? How does Modern always go? You untap Breeding Pool so we could Growth Spiral there? Yes. It didn't matter, but yes. Cages and Clarion sound good here. Shark is slow. I think I'm supposed to trim Conqueror's Death, but they always have a creature in Obosh, so maybe I'm not supposed to. Hope it was fun to watch. Looking forward to the next one. I'm looking forward to the next one too, Mogget. Thanks for the 14 months. We should hopefully have an event page up for the next Open later today. It's going to be May 23rd, and it will be the historic format. So if you're looking forward to playing in another one of those or watching another one, save the date. We did not ever get confirmation on HA3, no. Christie's due in the middle of June, though, which means realistically the baby could come, like, I don't know, starting in the middle of May, so even the 23rd might be a little bit sketchy. I think that's a good... We're gonna roll the dice on that one. There's like a very tiny % chance that event could get delayed. If she pops before then. We'll see. I don't know if that was actually a bug, Wargy. I'm keeping fires. Am I keeping fires? Maybe I'm not supposed to keep fires there. That's close. Alright, with this draw, I'm just going to bounce the gutter bones.
Might be a bad idea.
Just got an email from the online pharmacy in the UK, $140 for an at-home test kit. Profiting from that is disgusting. You can tell you're from the UK because you don't think people should be profiting off of other people being sick. Feels USA, man. Feels USA, man. Ginger Snap, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. America, don't get sick or you're gonna go broke, yeah.
I'll protect you.
So this is the power of Yorion with fires. So we get to play Yorion as our second spell here, which lets us exile our fires, so we can then use our mana here to cast another spell. Kind of get a leverage fires for its power and then get around the drawback for a turn with Yorion. And all of our stuff comes back. We get to draw a card. We get to go up a counter on Teferi. This game's very over, huh? Alright, so we go make blue, untap this, cast Ultimatum. Yep, yeah, you could still cast your spells for mana. So we're gonna get to make that third blue and cast it with this. Symbiote, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Sure. Got a little bit of synergy going on here. I don't think I'm supposed to board this card out against their aggressive graveyard deck, though. Yeah, Ween, she's super easy to remove. Look at all these good Fires decks, and look at how many cards they're already playing that just, like, laugh at a 2-2. Would be my thing to point out to you, that I would point out to you. No 1-drop out of them, which means unless they draw a 1-drop this turn, they have no play on turn 2 as well, because Obosh means they don't have 2-drops in their deck. Yes, we can use Yorion to flick the cage down the line. That is correct. Oh, you know what? I probably should have played this on 2, so I could go Mountain on 3. Yeah, that's probably what I should have done. So I could have played this without shocking. So I get to do this, put the Mountain into play, cast Clarion. And we take 2. Cage Stomping Whisper Squad is really funny.
Right on schedule.
Bottoms up.
I've got time. You just let me.
I don't have enough cards in there right now to escape the arrow, unfortunately, but that's fine.
Stand by and watch.
Whale poop. We've got some tracks to land. We're gonna get to scry with the Omen on our upkeep here, which is nice. And then Teferi's gonna get to bounce Obosh and draw another card. So feeling like we're in an okay spot here still. If they have like an active treason, that could be really bad for us. But outside of active treason, feel like we're doing okay here. You know, I wonder with what their board looks like if we were supposed to have Knight of Autumn destroy Cage here. Oh, that's true. We could bounce the Cage and escape Uro. Yeah, we're actually getting close to that, right? I'm like 1 off. Or can we take him by claim? Sure. Their artifact is a heraldic banner. All their black things get 1 attack. It taps for black mana. So there are exactly 6 cards in my bin at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and bounce Grafdigger's Cage here. Cardboard Live doesn't work on mobile. I believe that is not the... I believe that is... I believe that is a lie. Pretty sure it does. I'm going to shock this in so I can cycle this. And I'm going to go ahead and play this cage back out before the Whisper Squad can do anything. Oh, does it not show... Does Cardboard Live really not show the board state on mobile? It only shows the deck list? That's really crappy. I didn't realize that. I guess I just assumed it did everything Deckmaster does. But, like, Deckmaster definitely showed you the board state, right? No, Deckmaster definitely shows you the board state on the desktop. Or on mobile. Either. That's not true. Deckmaster showed the board state, yeah. Deckmaster 100% showed the board state. Couldn't we have bounced Yorion? Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I missed a sick line. Yeah, instead of bouncing the cage, I should have bounced Yorion. And then I could have done a whole lot more. So I have to chump block, right? Because this is doing 12, 18. The good news is I get my arrow back. So we've got that going for us. Oh, I should have played Nissa pre-combat probably, right? Now I'm dead to a removal spell. Yeah, if I'd have seen the line to get Nissa down last turn, we'd be in a much better spot. I appreciate whoever pointed that out. If we die here, we deserve it. So if they have a claim, if they draw a claim here, they can claim this and then kill us. Actitrees, it also does it. And again, this is happening because I missed using Teferi to bounce my Yorion the previous turn, and instead I bounced the Grafdigger's Cage. If they just pass here, this game should be over. I believe we're a lock. Yeah, if we make it out of this turn alive, feels strong. So they know the Wrath is coming, so they should trade with their cat here. Because I didn't animate a land to attack. So these trade. Have a card.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Harness the elements.
There's enough cards in here to escape Uro, but I have Cage in play, which impacts us both. Sticking Teferi pre-combat, and then wrathing. Oh, yeah, that's smart. That was a good line. Because then I could have drawn a card. Yeah, I could have wrath to draw an extra card there. That's good. That's a good thought. Well, now we just do this, right?
Spring eternal. I will protect the virtue of this world. The land shall conquer you.
I don't think I would have ulted the Nissa without the second one, no. So what do I do with Teferi? What's the most likely thing to make me not die next turn? I could bounce my cage, play Uro. That's pretty bad against... Is that better or worse against active treason? Well, I'm still dead to Bantu regardless, right? Because they can replay Devil and play Bantu. So that doesn't play around that. But bouncing Devil is probably still the line. But worth noting, this doesn't play around Bantu because these make mana. Alright, taking Shatter means they're not dead on board. If I went with the Uro line, Bantu wouldn't kill me. It's a good thought. They are forced to double chump block this turn now, right? Nope, not forced to double chump block. This might... so I want to activate Nissa first, because I could hit another Nissa. Alright. Good beats. Good beats. Mono greed. Do 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 do. Mono greed. Do 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 do. And they were an aggro deck, right, chat? Like our deck is basically one of the greediest things imaginable. And they're playing one of the aggro decks in this format, and it just didn't matter. Zaylor, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Glandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I think if we manage to get really lucky and win like 3 or 4 in a row here, we'll see where we're at after 3. If we can manage to get there, we'll probably sit on our rank for the last 72 hours. So we can play in the qualifier next month. Did anybody know when that qualifier is, by the way? I should probably check that before I schedule the historic event officially for the 23rd. Are there any major Magic things on the 23rd? Is it on the 23rd? Is it actually? No idea. Yeah, I don't know offhand. I should check though before we tweet out and post stuff. May 16th. Perfect. Perfect. Yorion Mir here. Gonna have ourselves a greed off, chat. Good old fashioned greed off. We have 0 historic tournament data. That's funny, Dows. I don't think they logged our standard event either. It looked like the Hoglandia Open for the standard event went up on MTG Top 8. Yorion on the other side of the table looks like. I got some good ones. It's gonna play a 4-3 here. Just start attacking. Agreed. And I realized the Yorion mirrors were often coming down to who drew more Elspeth Conquers Deaths I was done with standard. So you're saying I'm in a good position. Is what you're saying. You're saying we might be okay. Death has been thoroughly conquered. Longtime viewer and first-time subscriber, glad to be a part of Hoglandia, where the political commentary and reasoning is well thought out as your lines of place. Thanks, Sailor. Good to have you here in chat. Hope you're having an all right Monday wherever you're out in the world. You have like a Chemist's Insight or something here? Nope, just fetching to fetch. It should be a Yorion deck, so we have a bigger deck to flip into play. I can dig it. I could dig it. Ah, the waiting game. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's a strange and magnificent world, chat. The elements are coming for you. Crunch. Yo, dog, I heard you like to Conquer's Death, so I Conquer's Death, your Conquer's Death. Good chance they have a counterspell for our Conquer's Death. They know about 2 of these. They know about 2 of these. I'm gonna shock this in so we can play around main deck dispute. Not be surprised to get absorbed or sinister sabotaged here. Neutralize, sure. Wonder if they're debating putting their Yorion into play here. Yep, so our Plains dies. Let's see if they have another counterspell for the second Conquer's Death. Very good chance that they do. They played this one out knowing that we had 2. Nope, that just worked. Deal. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was during probably round 8 or 9 yesterday, or during the Hoaglandia Open over the weekend, where I looked at, when Matt and I were muted during an ad break, I said to Matt, I was like, man, my optimism that this standard format's gonna end up reasonable is going away real quick. It'll be, I'm genuinely interested to see if something can exist to keep up with these Fires decks, because it feels to me, at least on the surface so far, that there is no punishment for being as greedy as you can possibly be in this format. Just actual factual, no drawback. And then our Conqueror's Death, this one in play, is actually going to just get back Night of Autumn to kill this before I can bring anything back, right? Come in for both of those. I genuinely don't know if Field of the Dead would make a difference in this format. Genuinely don't know. I would kind of be surprised if Field of the Dead was too powerful in this format, but I also don't know if Field of the Dead existing in this format would fundamentally change how the format plays out. A lot of these decks would just play Field of the Dead, is correct. I think that's almost assuredly the case. A lot of these decks would just play Field. You play Field and you play some Golos. I agree with that. That assessment.
I have a plan.
And honestly, also, like, someone just made a Kappa face about Oko, but, like, I'm not certain that, like, Oko would be, like, Oko's not really that good against a lot of the things these decks are doing, right? No, tapped lands aren't even that really big of a deal, because you just need the untapped land on 4 for Fires. The rest of it's like whatever. Alright, I'm gonna use the hidden mode on Shark Typhoon here, I think. See, Oko, I don't know if I buy that Fires would just play Oko, because adding Oko comes at kind of a real cost, for especially like the Cavalier Fires decks. I feel like the cost would be pretty real. Field of the Dead would likely be close to a free inclusion, but Oko is not quite, because it's a spell, right? Oko would rune Mutate. Lukewarm Take. Mutate's already kind of unplayable. None of the Mutate decks I have played so far in this format have felt particularly competitive against the Fires of Invention decks. And I've played a lot of Mutate decks. I've played a lot of Mutate decks, and none of them have felt particularly competitive against the deck we're currently playing. And that makes me sad, but that's the truth.
Let's try this.
Mutate's really sweet, and I've enjoyed the decisions with it. We're gonna keep playing it. Like, I've got a number of them in the queue. We're gonna slam them into the wall and see if we can figure something out. But just like to set expectations to reasonable, I have yet to play a Mutate deck that feels competitive in these matchups.
I am Tamiyo. It is an honor to meet you. I follow the tracks of the wise.
You felt like you liked your Fires matchup with the Go Big Mutate deck. Sure, and that's something to try. Here, that's on my list to try, JVL. I haven't played a lot of that variation. We only played that once. But the, like, tempo-y, aggressive Mutate builds do not feel competitive against Fires. Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon. I have no idea. And again, I'm not advocating for anything to be banned. What I am saying here should in no way, shape, or form be me taken to mean I'm advocating we should ban cards in Standard. Just to make my positions abundantly clear. Lots of shark do. They're bigger than do.
Let me aid your research.
Rats! Missed with my Tamiyo.
This might be a bad idea.
I am just the trick for this.
I wish it would order sharks based on power and toughness. Yeah, that would be nice. Alright, make your one shark. Make your one shark, opponent. It's gonna be kinda big. It's gonna be a kinda big shark. But that's okay. Because gaze upon my many sharks, opponent. Weep. Gaze upon them and weep. So, next turn, we're going to down-tick Tamiyo, pick Conqueror's Death up out of the bin. The following turn, Conqueror's Death is going to pick Tamiyo back up. And again, just like... And actually, it doesn't matter. We're going to do this, and then we're going to kill them.
I'll protect you.
Shark Tornado! Shark, 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 shark. Whoo! Alright, Dovin's Vetoes, Shifting Ceratops, Conqueror's Death, Shatter the Sky can come out. What else am I cutting other than the Shatters? Is it crazy to cut Growth Spiral in this matchup? Is it crazy to cut Growth Spiral in this matchup? Is it crazy to cut Fires in this matchup? Is that absurdity? Can I just cut Fires and play a Bant deck? Is Kenneth still here? Kenneth, this is Kenneth's deck. Def crazy to cut Fires. Okay, what do you get rid of here in your control matchup then? You want to cut Growth Spiral? That was my other one. Growth Spiral, sure. Night of Autumn kills their Conqueror's Deaths, and breaking their Conqueror's Death, getting stuff back, I think is important. Why are our cards on fire? So there is a Magic Arena feature, and we're going to call it a feature, not a bug, where your opponent's sleeve animation appears on your borderless cards while sideboarding. So explicitly, your borderless cards have the animation that your opponent's sleeves have while you board. And as a result of that, you actually can't zoom on any of your borderless cards during sideboarding. How does that even... I have no idea. So whatever deep, dark spaghetti mess that is a Magic Arena... Alright, welcome to the Space Jam chat. Time to slam. Welcome to the Space Jam. Hey, Smituga, thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back. Tried to chat and couldn't, so you fixed it. I appreciate that. right. If Tamiyo resolves, she'll pick back up Teferi. Value. I think it's right to get Teferi here rather than Ceratops. I think.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
So real strats, pick the most annoying animated card backs to annoy opponents during sideboarding. Love it. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kuza. For people that are interested in playing in or watching the next Hoglandia Open, it's going to be on May 23rd, and it's going to be the historic format. We'll have signups available for that soon-ish. By the end of the week, we'll have a link posted. What am I naming with this? Is it just Fires? I think it's just Fires, right?
I know I noted this somewhere.
Pretty unlucky. WotC did not get back to me on the HA3 date. However, the more important date for scheduling the next Hoglandia Open is my wife's due date is the middle of June. Which means even the 23rd might be a little sketchy if she comes extra early. So we'll see. We're going to schedule it for the 23rd. It's a little under a month from now. But
I have learned all I can.
I have reached my limit.
if we win this game, our deck is unbeatable. If we win this game, our deck is unbeatable. Alright, what are we naming? I'm 1 mana short of Genesis Ultimatum. However, we could hit that for next turn. Nissa for aggro. Yeah, I like Nissa, actually. Nissa actually sounds great. There's 4 of those in my deck. Bin's double Shark Typhoon. No! Should have believed in the shark! Adding some kind of invitational style tournament is something that we're going to look into eventually. For now, I don't think that's something that's going to happen in 2020. I think that's something we might expand into next year. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. Yorion to just reset the walkers? Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
I've got it.
I think I'm going to do this and reset Tef / kill their Oath of Nissa so they can't Yorion to kill my Teferi.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen. You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Thanks for watching, Rexbox. Think there's value to killing the Othikai here since they still have their Sky Nomad exiled. You can start a Yorion Teferi loop. Yep, generate some cards. Opponent had quite the blowout with 4 or 5 for 1 Thought Distortion. I think it was a 4 for 1 maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, I think we're a little bit ahead right now, too. If this was a spell, I'd feel better. If they have an untapped land here and get to play their own Sky Nomad here, Narset kind of locks us a little bit and we need a top deck. If we can take Narset off the table, though, Teferi eats their shark. Bump up Ominous Alliance. Sounds good. Is it Wizard? That's fitting. Yep, and here we go. They get to Yorion, reset their Narset here.
Such violence is upsetting. Focus and discipline encounter no obstacles.
So do I bounce their Yorion and attack both of these into Narset? I think the answer is yes.
Don't worry, I got this.
I don't get to draw a card, which sucks, but
Much commotion.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
should I cast this so they don't get to take it away? Alright, need a big one. That's about as big as they come. Is there anything in my deck that draws cards on enter? Yes, Omen of the Sea. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this here. And then we'll do this.
This was overwhelming.
Punished. Punished.
Witness the tide that find us all. Rise, my elemental friend.
Hey chat, remember when they 6-for-1'd us? Anybody else remember that turn? When we got 6-for-1'd?
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Greed, for a lack of a better term, is good. Was it 6? I don't remember. There are a lot of cards in here. It was 4, 5, or 6. I don't remember. Well, haste to Ceratops and swing there because I played the Genesis post-combat. Because if I hit Omen of the Sea, I wanted to be able to draw. Rename this deck Capitalism because it's too big to fail. That hits a little bit close to home. I'm not gonna lie. Hits a little bit close to home. Scry me a river, baby. Yikes. Yikes. The forest is much uglier as a creature. I agree.
Behold, nature's true power.
Nature's true power.
I've got time.
No attacks. Your move. How's Magic been this? So what's going on, D-Mills? We are embracing our newest fire overlords into our heart of hearts.
Now what?
Yeah, these just the unadulterated greed in these decks, it feels like there's no punishment for it in the format. This is a variation of the deck that won the Hoaglandia Open over the weekend. Fires decks everywhere just had very good weekends. It feels like they're able to shrug off the aggressive decks while also being incredibly greedy. I forgot to put a stop and scry during my upkeep. That's awkward. Well, at least I can scry before I draw with Uro. Are they dead? I have no idea.
The land fights for us.
I don't really have any opinions on Modern. Modern's not really a format that I play. Alright, so we have a Shark Typhoon here, it looks like. And they get to Shark Typhoon for a lot, but still have enough to do this. They have 9 mana here, so it's going to be a 7/7 Shark. Which means I can't Conqueror's Death them back next turn. That's pretty good. They also have a little counterplay and counterspell their counterspell, right? That's how that works. Oh, am I actually out of cards in my bin? No. Alright. I was like, I thought I had plenty of cards in my bin. Hey, Omega Vent. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Glandia. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality are lost. Keep an open mind.
They can't attack. I believe that is true. I believe that assessment is accurate. I appreciate your reminder, Elika. I might actually want them to keep stop. Remember when we got like 4 or 5 for 1 really early and I thought we were gonna lose? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I'm exiling Uro. He doesn't do a whole lot at this point. Only 2 cards left in my bin. Surrender. I believe they're dead on board as well. I feel obligated to let them know that I still had all of these though, because they took away a lot of my stuff earlier this game, chat, and I feel like it's important to let them know how little their card that took away all of my stuff mattered, because I still have all of these. I believe deck is unbeatable was declared. I believe that was the declaration. which almost assuredly means I'm about to lose the next 2, 3, or 4. There's no kill like overkill. All right, let's cross our fingers and hope to get lucky one more time here. Spike another victory. Now, this isn't a croaky stream. If we get to like, if we win this next one and we're like top 150, I'm probably gonna stop playing till after. I'm gonna stop playing on the ladder till after the season's done. I don't need to be number 1. Listen, do you know who the smartest person on the Magic Arena ladder is? The person who finishes 1,200 on the arena ladder worked the least and got the same amount of prizes as the person who finished number 1. They could be a control deck here with the Orphan Guard, because the Orphan Guard is a free roll in some of these control decks. Yeah, it's probably a free roll companion in a control deck. Sweet. I would much rather play against other people trying to greed than an aggro deck, I think. We'll see. I mean, like, I think these matchups are very good for us, but I also think, like, we have to work for them. Like, this archetype that we're playing does not get any free lunches. You are going to fight tooth and nail for every victory you get with a deck like what we are playing. You love things you love to see, chat. Things you love to see. I think there's a chance they sack this anyway, so I'm not going to try and blow it up. Making this a 4-3 means that if they shatter my board, I get to draw a card, which is appealing. Jockey Trucks in. Thank you for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Take the second white source here, I think. Should have been greedy. Although I guess that one cycles, right? So I could just like actually just not care. I'm genuinely still in shock that we beat Distortion. So is the last opponent. Also, they are also still in shock. Maybe I'm supposed to put the Knight out there to just put Lethal in play. I think I should have shocked that out there to put Lethal in play. Well, that's just rude. We're rewarded for playing it slow. So they definitely have a counterspell here, right? Just like not close has a counterspell. There are 2-mana planeswalkers in any set of magic. Yes, there is a Tibalt planeswalker that costs 2. No, it is not good. Renin 6 is good. Costs 2. Right, forgot about him. I've not played a ton of non-rotating formats since that card was printed. So kinda just waiting on UG Nissa costing 2 is the biggest actually Magic player thing possible. Get out of here. Well, that resolved really quickly. Rats! Rats! You okay? I think we're scrying 2 here, huh? Opponent's rank is 666, and they're playing a beast, and they're playing a beast as their companion chat. Coincidence? They didn't take the bait, chat. They didn't take the bait. They paused long enough to load the stream and then didn't take the bait. That's what we'd say if we were a tryhard stream, right? I think we're going to sack the Omen of the Sea again here. We're waiting for... We want to generate like a good double spell turn here. Although I suppose if I sack the Omen, the chapter 3 on this is less valuable. Maybe I just pass. They just have another Conqueror's Death. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Let's see what they get rid of here. Yep, that makes sense. See, chat? When people make good plays, it doesn't mean they're ghosting. Sometimes they're just good Magic players. Their Conqueror's Deaths currently don't really matter, though, right? Because, like, there's nothing in their bin that does anything. This was the best draw in our deck. Hashtag always lucky. Because now we get to do this. Which does this. And then Tamiyo gets to down tick. What is she getting? What is she getting? Is it just Shark Typhoon? I think it's Shark Typhoon, right? And I should have shocked that in. I should have shocked in the land because I didn't realize I was getting Shark Typhoon. I'm only gonna have a 4/4 instead of a 5/5, which is a big difference here on this board. Yeah, I should have shocked in the Stomping Ground. I guess I am at 13-2 though. And then I haven't seen a Nissa yet this game, so when we plus Tamiyo next turn, it's probably for Nissa. I had already cast 2 spells that turn, chat, so could not cast the Shark Typhoon. Also, I don't think the line is to cast it because I don't have anything to make sharks with here. So, I think I definitely want to draw a card and make a threat that can attack next turn. Because remember, I led on Teferi that turn. Yeah, why does this card exile itself? Why can't Tamiyo pick the ultimatum back up? If she could do that, that would have totally been the line. Alas. She gone. because it's not a box topper. It's funny because it's sad. And again, not shocking in that Stomping Ground here. Big deal. 4-4 Shark versus 5-5 Shark when they're on 10. Huge here. Okay, like, this is like annoying and not at the same time. It's like I get to do this post-combat, right?
Sorry I'm late. Don't worry, I got this. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I've got it. Right on schedule. Here we go.
Hopefully, we're hoping they're on Dream Trawler and not Jeskai Ultimatum, huh? We really need a Nissa, or ideally our second Genesis Ultimatum into a Nissa.
Goes nothing.
Oh, they can't have Trawler. Yeah, that's a good call. We know that for a fact, right? All right, so probably dead when they draw Jeskai Ultimatum, huh? How many Shark Typhoons are they through? Just one? That's terrifying. They're fetching. Hopefully that's just fetching to thin and not a shark that's about to kill us. Sick.
Let's try this.
I'm putting lands into play tapped. Arena's not tapping my lands.
Only time will tell.
So this opens up their counter spells, but I think it's right.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
My dojo does not contain fear, chat. And by that I mean we're about to die to a Shark Typhoon. Why not plus Teferi so you can shatter on their shark? Because unfortunately, the worst part about Magic the Gathering Arena is it does not allow me to cheat. The worst part about Magic the Gathering Arena is it does not allow me to cheat. It's pretty sad, in a way. Cheating would make this game a lot easier.
Where's the yellow spray?
Where's the what?
I need
The yellow spray.
Mommy.
Alright, tell her that's for surfaces only, okay? The president doesn't know what he's talking about.
Harness the elements.
Alright, don't ultimatum me. Getting real close. This game's been really close considering how many shatters we drew, huh? Like, we drew a lot of blank cards this game. And, like, still just, like, in it. Where's an Uro, by the way? That would be ideal. I think an Aether Gusted? Sure. What if I told you? Oh, I could have floated mana. Not that it matters. How do the clocks look? They're at 22 minutes. I am at 24 minutes. All right. One more brick off the top. Don't ultimatum me. Don't shark me. Your move. Ba-pee! Beep 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 beep. Real clean, control deck sideboard plan. 4 Shatter, 4 Growth Spiral out, 4 Vetoes, 3 Ceratops, 4th Conqueror's Death in. Maybe, you know, magic can happen. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. We could still stumble and die. They could run well, you know. A lot could go wrong. Like I said, I think we're a favorite, but this is Magic the Gathering. Being a favorite does not mean anything is guaranteed. Still the same match, Bushoes. Just played a really long game 1. We play best of 3 on this channel. That, looks pretty blue to me, doesn't it, chat? Does that look pretty blue to you? That looks pretty blue. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pretty sure we just exile their Planeswalker that's about to alter.
I will miss you.
I think it's better to exile her than attack her down with Nissa because attacking her down with Nissa means they get her back with the Conqueror's Death later. Because there's no guarantee my Conqueror's Death resolves after the fact. Omen of the Sea. Omen of the Sea. Do 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 do. You see them bounce their Conqueror's Death?
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Resolves. Have to do this now because once this is up, there'll be a Teferi on their turn. That is super castable, right? Red, red, blue, blue, greens. All right, so we'll keep the biggin. Are y'all ready to slam, chat? Welcome to the Space Jam. It's time to slam. Have to counter this, have to counter this, have to counter this, have to counter this. Do 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 do. Pew 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 pew. Do 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 do. So, I think because a 4-3 and a 2-1 both trade with this in combat, I just killed their enchantment here. I'm up to 3 cards in my bin only. Still a little bit more till Uro can rear his ugly head. Got a real jam going on now. Welcome to the Stack Jam. It's your chance to cast your spells at the Stack Jam. It's just so beautiful. This is, I don't even know if this is the right play. I don't know if it's the right play. It's definitely, oh God, we hit fires. Oh God, we hit fires. What? What? What is even happening? What is even happening? Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. All right, so what's going to happen here now is, wait, did I not put my, all right, what did I do? All right. Scry twice. Yeah, that's perfect, right? We'll draw that. All right, Uro will go. We'll put this land into play. And then for my second spell, I would like to cast, oh God. Oh, there's a chat. I would like to blink these. I would like to put this land into play. I would like to conquer death. I'll get rid of your Teferi.
We will meet again.
Alright, these will come back into play. I'll scry 2, draw 1 twice. I should have enough cards in my bin to escape the Uro now. We still have Tamiyo left over. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, a little bit shifty. A little bit shifty. Is my Twitch channel gonna get flagged for showing this? I feel like there's a real chance I should be concerned about my Twitch channel. Oh no! Oh no! They killed my Yorion, chat! How will I ever, oh wait, oh I do that? Oh, and then I do what? Oh, and then it resets the Planeswalkers and the Fire and the Conqueror's Death. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, is it? Yeah, standard. Oh, all right, good. Oh, God. I really hope I'm wrong, chat. I hope that there is something that all of us are missing, and that what just occurred on our screen will be quickly leaving the format. Like, I don't even know. I don't know how to attack this. I don't. UIM McKinnon, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Like, okay, so like you kill it with aggro, right? Well, I have Deafening Clarion and Shatter and Night of Autumn and Uro. Like, yeah, like I don't even think you die to mono red most of the time. Like, I think mono red needs to be like on the play and have their nut draw to kill you, right? And I don't know if you can go over the top of this. Like, Yorion, Elspeth Conquers Death is, yeah, maybe there's a tempo deck, I guess, with counterspells, but like the counterspell decks just die to this card, right? Like, how do the counterspell decks, like, you just lose to this? You've struggled against Flash. Okay, I believe you, I guess, but like Flash, maybe it's Flash's time, maybe? Hand hate? Alright, you must have missed the game where we had someone discard our entire hand. Winota might be okay. The Winota deck might be okay. Yeah, maybe there's some other linear deck. Teamerek can beat this. Yeah, that's true. The one loss this deck took in the Hooglandia Open was against Teamerek. That's fair. That's fair. Teamerek. Here's the more important question. Do I want to play more Magic? I'm going to play more Magic today. Do I want to play more ladder matches? Do I want to play? I don't think I do, right? I think it's like 3 days. I think we just lock it in. Like the chance of winning matches. Like, and again, I think this deck is very good, but like Magic's incredibly high variance, and I think 122 probably holds for 3 days. And if it doesn't hold, I don't really want to play in the qualifier anyways. And this is the problem with the arena ladder, in my opinion. Any system where my question I ask myself is it right to stop playing Magic? It feels just like a bad system to me. I don't know exactly how you fix it. It's not my job to fix it. I just know as a player, like, the fact that I have to sit down and ask myself the question, is it right to continue playing Magic, feels bad. Because game theory optimal play here, I think means I'm supposed to sit on this. Alright. As far as this goes, I don't really have anything to change in this. This build felt very reasonable. It's basically Bant, Splash, Fires, and Genesis Ultimatum. And honestly, I thought this card was kind of a meme. Like, this Ultimatum and Jeskai Ultimatum have both been genuinely impressive at different points, right? Like, yeah, honestly, I could see, like, if you're trying to outgreed each other, like, if you're expecting a lot of Fire Spears, I could see just, like, going really hard and, like, playing 4 of this card. Like, this is the card that, like, drags you kicking and screaming back from the brink, right? Yeah, it's been super, especially in, like, and kind of the one key point with these ultimatums, we talked about they seem clunky because they all get Aether Gusted. Well, when you're playing 4 Teferi, it's hard to get Aether Gusted, right? Your spells in the stack don't get Aether Gusted. Alright, I'm going to end it on a high note there. I'm going to sit on my ladder rank. If we fall out of top 1200 in the next 3 days, I didn't want it anyways. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while I get my deck list updated and everything set up for the next one. When we get back, we are going to play, this deck did not win the Hooglandia Open over the weekend, obviously, like the last one that we played, but this deck did make a fairly deep run. We're going to play some Luris red-white cycling, and hopefully, Matthew was tweeting pictures of, like, Zenith flaring people for 20 balls yesterday, and I was a little bit jealous, so we're gonna give this one a try. Yeah, this deck is super budget-friendly. The mana base is literally, the rares are just in the lands and the Luris. And, like, you could even play this without the Black Splash, so you can't cast this too, which some of the builds have done if you want even fewer rare wild cards. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.